Hello everyone, I hope all of you are doing well. Today we are going to learn present continuous tense. It helps us a lot to speak maximum daily interactions and also to score a mark in different competitive examinations like APRJC set and TET or any kind of competitive examination. Present continuous tense is also named as present progressive tense. It can be used for an action going on at the time of we are speaking. It also can be used for near future actions. Many of you have a doubt. Near future actions should be framed as for future indefinite, of course, but nothing wrong is there of using present continuous tense for near future actions. All right? It also can be used for temporarily closed actions. Again, many of you have a doubt. Closed actions either should be in past indefinite or present perfect. Don't worry, present continuous tense can also be used, and it also can be used for annoying habits, irritating habits. There is a slight difference in between regular habits and annoying habits. And it also can be used for current trends, present trends. If you want to speak about all these actions, if you want to frame all these ongoing actions, annoying habits, current trends, and near future actions, and also temporarily closed actions. If you want to speak about all these actions, we need to frame them as for present continuous tense. Present continuous tense base form or structure: subject, am, is, are, V1, ing form plus object. Subject. What do you mean by subject? Doer of an action is called subject. The one who does an action is called subject. I, we, you, they, he, she, it will act as the major subjects. And subject always start in the beginning of a sentence. And am, is, are called as stative verbs are present tense B forms or helping verbs. When subject comes as a singular, means only one in number, go with is. When subject comes plural, means more than one, use are. When subject comes as I, we should use am. All right? Next, verb. Verb deals with an action words or state of being. And V1 plus ing form. We need to add ing form to the base verb as present participle. We should learn maximum verb conjugation patterns. And extra words are object. For example, V3, all right. Go is a base verb. Went, past indefinite verb or ED1. Gone, past participle or ED2. Goes, verb S form and going present participle denotes an incompleted action. I'll repeat once again. Subject am is our V1 plus inform plus object or extra words. Let's look at one example. What am I doing? I'm teaching English grammar now. Let's find it how it structured or framed. Doer of an action, I. When subject comes as I, we should use am. So I am. Action word, teach. For that we should add ing form. Teaching English grammar. I am teaching English grammar. Let's change the subject. I am teaching English grammar now. We are teaching English grammar now. We is the plural in number, therefore we used are. You are teaching English grammar now. You is plural in number. They are teaching English grammar now. They is plural in number, therefore we used are. Rama and Sita are teaching English grammar now. Rama and Sita, plural in number. He is teaching English grammar now. He is singular in number, therefore we used is. She is teaching English grammar now. She is singular in number, therefore we used is. It is teaching English grammar now. It didn't meaningful as for rule. It is a singular in number, therefore we used is. Okay. Now we'll see how a sentence transform into different types of sentences. I am teaching English grammar now. If we take stative verbs and place it in front of the subject, a sentence will be formed into an interrogative sentence. Am I teaching English grammar now? Ends with question mark. Yes, I am teaching English grammar now. It is a positive statement. No, I amn't teaching English grammar now. It's a negative statement. The first one, I am teaching English grammar now. It is a statement because it contains subject, verb and object. If any sentence contains subject, verb and object, it gives a clear declaration or affirmation. Therefore, it has different names like declarative sentence, assertive sentence, statementive sentence, and also affirmative sentence. Am I teaching English grammar now? It is an interrogative sentence. If we place WH words in front of the stative verbs, it will be framed as a WH question. Why am I teaching English grammar now? Where am I teaching English grammar now? How am I teaching English grammar now? Etc. Alright. Well, let us see one example to near future action. I am going to Hyderabad tomorrow. It is a statement. Am I going to Hyderabad tomorrow? Interrogative sentence. by adding WH words in front of these dative verbs will frame interrogative sentence. Why am I going to Hyderabad tomorrow? Ends with question mark. Come back to an interrogative sentence. Am I going to Hyderabad tomorrow? Yes, I am going to Hyderabad tomorrow. Positive statement. No, I amn't going to Hyderabad tomorrow. Negative statement. Amn't I going to Hyderabad tomorrow? It is a negative interrogative statement. Well, and for annoying habits should be always framed with the clue words always, forever, constantly. Never forget it. For example, Kartikeya is always spoiling things. You can transform into different types of sentences. And one example for temporarily closed actions. I'm preparing for Group 1 examinations. We could say it. If anybody asks us while we are reading a newspaper, if we temporarily closed it for a short span of the time, we could say like, I'm preparing for Group 1 examinations. And current trends, present trends, shopping online is growing popularity nowadays. So I hope you understood how all these sentences are structured or framed as for present continuous tense. Let's look at present continuous tense clue words. Ensure that each and every sentence should contain any one of these clue words. Alright? Well, present continuous tense clue words or keywords. Now, at present, at this time, at this moment, look, listen, see, watch, hear, observe, don't disturb. The most important thing, we should not use the following dative verbs, not only in present progressive tense, but also any progressive aspect. Look at the slide. We never use them in continuation framing. Alright, take care of this. Let's look at how the questions will be at different competitive examinations. Look at the slide. I dash write verb in bracket now. It will be given 4 options. A, writes. B, is writing. C, had written. D, am writing. In the given sentence, now is the clue word or a keyword or signal word. Therefore, the sentence should be structured as for present continuous tense. Base form subject, am is are, V1 plus inform plus object. I is the subject, therefore we need to go with am, I am, and will be writing, right? I am writing now. So option, right option in D. So clue words or keywords helps us a lot to find a right answer in different competitive examinations. And questions may be any type of sentences like a statement or interrogative or WH question pattern or positive statement or a negative statement or negative interrogative. So by taking one example and practice different types of sentences, you will get perfectness. Thank you so much.